Well, from this view of the state capitol, you can see the iconic dome and everything seems normal. But upon a closer look, much of the structure that once housed key government offices is no more for now. Construction equipment, workers, and a partially demolished building. This is what it's looked like on the east side of the state capitol premises for the last several months, all part of what's known as the Capitol Annex project to tear down and rebuild the Capitol Annex building. While it technically is not considered the actual historic Capitol building, home to the 210-foot dome in both chambers of the legislature, the annex is significant because for more than 70 years, it was directly adjacent to the Capitol building and housed the offices of the governor and most state lawmakers, not to mention some hearing rooms. But it had major issues.
The annex, before it came down, was not ADA compliant. There was fear about a large earthquake.
McGeorge School of Law adjunct professor Chris McKaylee is not directly involved with the project, but is an expert all things Capitol. He said after more than 7 decades, the annex was not in compliance with basic building codes, one of the major reasons why the legislature and former Governor Jerry Brown approved the $1.2 billion project to tear it down and build a new one come 2025. The offices of the governor and most lawmakers have since temporarily moved to this 9-story building known as the Swing Space, 1 block south of the Capitol. As for the old annex,
a lot of people who worked there over the years were concerned about, for example, asbestos in the ceiling. There were drips of water coming through at different points, and there was just no way financially for them to undertake a massive retrofit. You really just had to bring the building down and start anew after 70 years.
And so last summer, that's exactly what they did, but not without criticism.
We think that's a really bad idea.
Dick Cowan is with the Save the Capitol, Save the Trees group, one of the few groups who filed lawsuits over the years to stop the project due to several concerns. They argued the proposal does not comply with the California Environmental Quality Act and has and will lead to the destruction of trees in the historic Capitol Park due to a planned new parking garage. They also say the new design does not match the historic Capitol building, and they allege the project's planned new visitor center set to go on the west side of the Capitol will dramatically alter the historic West Steps area where press conferences, public events, and protests are often held.
There's even a constitutional amendment protecting this western facade in this western area. I'm not sure I understand how the proposed visitor center here passes that constitutional amendment.
While a court earlier this year heard the lawsuit and ruled construction can go on as planned, the Save the Capitol, Save the Trees group filed an appeal in court last week. GOP Assemblymember Josh Hoover says while the annex demolition is already underway on the east side, he hopes the legislature takes action to preserve the west side of the Capitol grounds before construction begins there for the new visitor center.
The west steps of the Capitol have been a place where people have come for decades, done press conferences, done rallies, done protests. We need to continue to allow this to be a space where people can come and make their voices heard.
And we reached out to Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas and other legislative leaders for their take on all this, but they declined comment for now, citing ongoing litigation. Reporting at the state capitol, covering local news that matters, Eitan Wallace, Fox 40 News.